draw today. Okay, chapter. Moshi. No. Hello, hello. Let's see, who do we draw today? The weather is really hot. W. Easy, hard. Okay, this will be hard first. See if there's any alternatives, huh? Tones, this one. Tones. Woo! Damn. I feel like doing this though, so very complicated, but it's very fun. This one's nice and stuff, but it's considered the more simple ones. It's very bulky though. Okay lah, we do this one today. Shobi. We gonna do Shobi today. So, file new CEOBE. Server Shobi. Correct, right? Shobi. Okay. Check. Yes. Hi, Smiley. Yep. Today we're gonna increase the difficulty because it's been 2 weeks. The first week was Ichidan from ReZero, and her design was really simple. So and last week we did Park Mojin, which is also very simple design from God of High School. So today we're gonna do a harder character, but we'll just alternate the gender, male, female. So we're gonna do Shobi from Arknights, and as you can see, the detail level is really complicated, and I know many of you who are what's it called, learning to get into Chibi. You always have a favorite character, and the details are always really complex, and sometimes it's a real struggle to think what should I draw and what I shouldn't draw. See, so the struggle is real. I wouldn't say it's not real. It's definitely real. It's a real hard choice, and it takes some time to actually filter out what you need and what you don't need. There's no, again, I must repeat, whatever I do or say in the live stream, or pretty much anyone who actually teach you about art, because art is very subjective. It's their own personal experience, it's my personal experience, it's my own preference. So should you feel at any point like, I think JR is saying things that I don't really agree with, you are right. Because personally, it might not be your preference. Personally, you have a more preferred color or shape. Go with your gut feeling. Most of the time, you are right. But if my words make sense to you and it makes your drawing experience more enjoyable because it helps you cross some problems or some hurdles, by all means execute it, remember what I say, and keep repeating, and over time you'll get better and better, and before you know it, you'll be drawing faster. Okay, so I want to make sure the color palette is there. Okay, we're not going to use this version, we're going to just use the simple one first. Alright, so let me just do my normal greetings first. Cool. Okay, so without further ado, we will be starting soon. So good evening everyone, and welcome to the third week of the 1% Chibi class. And today we'll be doing Shiobi from Knights. Let me just drink some water. Okay, just gonna put it at the side here. But I have to say, it's a real difficult character. Okay, it's really hard. It's not easy. So if you're struggling, it's perfectly normal. Yeah. Okay, so I also make sure, I must always emphasize this, so it will be drilled into your brain or your subconscious that it's okay to fail, because many times young artists, they do not understand it, or rather no one around them encourage them to fail. So here I am, I'll be telling you it's okay to fail, it's normal. Alright, so don't worry if things doesn't look right on the first attempt. Okay, so as usual, the process is to draw the character. Okay, my brush 5 and 40 for my eraser, brush at 5, 40 at eraser, canvas size A3, 300 dpi. I'm just gonna write it down here lah, so in case you need to see. So canvas is at A3, and then dpi is at 300, and opacity brush. Okay, my wording is really bad. Okay, I shouldn't write like that. Brush, so it's 80%, and opacity for eraser, because if I don't write this, you're gonna think that eraser is gonna be at 80% as well. No, eraser is at 100%. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, because again, brush sizes is very personal preference. Some like it thicker, some like it thinner. Okay, so I shall not go and write down what brush sizes am I using. Okay, because it really depends on your tablet pressure and the sensitivity. Okay, so we're gonna start off same thing. We're gonna draw the 80%. Yeah, gonna draw the face. These few days have been quite busy. The amount of time I have to draw has been reduced significantly, but I try to continue to scrape out some time to draw because I'm handling some event stuff every weekend back to back, so it's really taking up about 50% of my time per day. So when I have the time, I really need to continue drawing. If not, I really have to push out new artworks. Okay, so we have the face here. We're gonna pull it up higher. Okay, if you notice, every structure, every character I draw is really the same. The skeleton is like always there, neck is going forward. I don't really know how to explain this, but well, I think it's very simple, it's very easy, and that's why I stick to it. And I really like this S-shape thing, unless really needed to bend it like it's a hunchback character or assassin. I just need to give out a certain vibe. If not, I usually go with this very standard structure, and then later I'll just add and subtract along the way to just make it look different slightly from the rest of the chibi that I draw. Okay, same thing for the legs, nothing too fancy. Usually the more seductive characters have more posture for the legs, I guess. But the normal ones just standing there, pure standing ones, yeah, usually it's just like that straight down. So we just have to make sure the small thigh or the lower thigh, yeah, has more unique shapes. Okay, gonna draw this line here. Bend, bend, bend more, yeah. Okay. Alright, flip your canvas to make sure everything look okay, at least not too weird. So just gonna flip it here, bend it, nope, bend it, yeah, okay. Curve the part a bit, curve it up. And then you have this neck area here. Okay, now we're gonna erase away. And we're gonna redraw this eye level. This circle is really just for the starting, that's why we're not gonna use that. So we're gonna get rid of that. Again, if you have any questions, if I'm speaking too fast that you miss a certain point, or you just hop into the stream and you're looking at the image and oh no, how did he do it? How did Jera draw this certain area or a certain item? Do not be afraid to just ask the questions. Time to time, I will check back the chat. If you have any questions and I read it, I will try to answer it as clear as possible lah. Okay, so we're gonna draw this one here. Gonna have this one down. And then I'm gonna draw the eyes. So again, eyes are really important and you really control most of the drawing, the vibe, the attention, pretty much everything. So don't rush the eye. I usually spend most time on the eye when I'm drawing because I want to get it right. If not, if I keep drawing, I just feel something is a bit off. Yeah, so I just want to make sure that all these are being tuned properly. And then we got this one here and this one. Okay, just turn it in here. A bit of the re-zero side of eyes that I learned when I'm drawing their characters. And then looking into the camera here. Same for the other side. Flip the canvas to make sure the eye is looking properly. Sometimes it looks good on one, and when you flip it, damn, everything just looks a bit weird. So flip, 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 flip. It's very important. Flip back again. I think there's some little teeth here, so a bit of smiley face, I guess. Smiley, and yeah, okay, looking good. I'm gonna reduce the size because if let's say the face is really this big, you can imagine if you add in the bulk of the hair, it's gonna be even bigger. So whenever I know it, I can foresee that the head is gonna be really big. We're just gonna shrink it down first. Yeah, maybe even the neck. Maybe just gonna grab the neck together here, just shrink it down. Most of the time when the character doesn't look right, it's really because of the ratio, whether is it a bit too high for the eyes or a bit too low, or sometimes it's just the head size is just too big. It might not be the way you draw, but rather just a small adjustment with your already drawn drawing, everything will look nicer. So it takes some time. Don't be too harsh on yourself, that's one. Two, just edit the sizes, because later, even if you cut and paste and do some adjustment, all you have to do is really just touch up the joints area that maybe you just slice it up, the colors or the lines doesn't match up, so you just have to stitch it up properly, that's all. Never be afraid to do this kind of ripping apart and restitching back, because every time you do, it sharpens your eye to see an even cuter version of your drawing every single time. And the more you do, the better you get, and the better you get, the faster you draw. So it's a process. It's definitely like grinding, be it running, hitting up the gym to carry weights. It's really the same concept. The more you do, the more you put yourself in a tough spot, acknowledge that where things are wrong, the faster you will grow. Okay, so we have this one here. It's gonna lower it down, the opacity, and I'm gonna draw the hand first. Yeah, so we're gonna draw the hand down. It's just really simple. This one is just going down here. It's really skinny. Don't worry about it, because if you see the reference, the sleeve are very bulky later on. We're gonna add in volume later on, so don't pay too much attention like, oh, this shoulder must be really round, it must be really sexy, it must be really attractive. Don't bother about that, because it's all going to be hidden up. So don't waste time drawing the best looking elbow or shoulder. Nothing is being revealed. There's no revealing of shoulder and stuff. So just draw the joints, draw the rectangles, and that's about it. Draw the fingers, grabbing the crowbar. No, the fireman X. Yes, I think that's what I call. Draw the fingers here, and this one is over here. Yeah, I'm not too bothered by the fingers. I'm just going to just like a placeholder. Yeah, see it more like a placeholder. That okay, that's roughly where the hand is gonna be. That's about it. You're not going to focus on the fingers and stuff, because that you shouldn't be doing that during the sketching phase. So placeholder, the hand is there, it looks okay. Do a flip. Yep, it looks somewhat right. Okay, move on. Okay, remember, save your file. Always remember to save your file. It's a really good habit. Just like, okay, I've done with this particular phase. You set some checkpoints, like playing a racing game. Set some checkpoints. Okay, I'm done with the face, save. I'm done with the hand, save. I'm done with the legs, save. So give yourself some checkpoints to save. So in case, touch wood, the files got corrupted, the program get crashed for whatever reason, your hard work isn't wasted, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna draw the hair now. Okay. So the hair, whenever I draw, I don't randomly draw the lines, even though sometimes it looks really random. Let me just show you my thought process. Yeah, I think that's the correct word to use. Thought process. I'm going to use red color, so it's for easier purposes. Oops, sorry. No, maybe not red, just a bit pinkish. So when I'm looking at a drawing, I'm always seeing the flow. So this is going down here. Oops, sorry. That's gonna make it thicker. So you can see that this is going down here. Okay, seems a bit hard. I'm just going to change it to neon blue. It's going down here. Don't even bother with the pointing. This one is down. You can see some that's going this way and this way and this way. Definitely the hair is not going this way or this way or this way. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so once you identify the flow, even for this one, okay, this is going this way and this is going this way. Then we have this that's going sideways, a bit of sideways, a bit of curve. Now once you identify all this flow, replicate it in your own shapes, replicate it in your own drawing. But the flow, which is the structure, it's the same, but just that the size, the shape is different because you're drawing chibi. And then the overall vibe will look somewhat similar. It's always about the vibe, it's always about the essence. And what is vibe, what is essence, is pretty much the bone structure or the flow of the reference. So once you look at your reference and you can start identifying it. I've been drawing for quite a bit, so I don't draw lines whenever I do Chibi reference or when I live stream. But for you, when you are starting out, it's your first few times drawing Chibi and you feel that you are struggling, try applying this. Maybe draw a few lines. It will actually help you a lot. Okay, so just gonna zoom it out again. Just gonna choose my color, which is this one. Whenever I draw the hair, I always make a new layer so that when I erase my eyes, all these things which have been set there, which I find I like it, doesn't get erased away. Oops, 80%. So oops, 80, and let's do this. Got this one here. This one. It's curving too much. It will give out a different vibe, so you need to maybe only erase it away, and then re-edit a bit. Here, same thing. Remember, it's all about the vibe, the vibe. And then I got this one here. Same thing here, curving. It's sketching phase, keep things loose, draw a few lines, and then try to figure out which line is giving you the best vibe. It really is. Sometimes it takes about 3 to 5 lines, sometimes it takes a bit more, but yeah, all you need is one good line and shape and the vibe just hits. So sketching phase, really important. Let's get all this overall feeling right here. I got the back of the hair here. Flip it, check. It's too small. Great. I think the most important thing when actually drawing, especially when you are drawing as a hobby, you don't really have someone nagging at you or really penalizing you when you draw something wrong. So it actually is the hardest, because when you go to school, someone is actually penalizing you, and then at least someone is guiding you. But when you are drawing, you are the one that's really penalizing yourself. And if you really want to be better, then you have to be stricter with yourself. You can always be very casual and just don't really go and be bothered and stuff, but if you really want to be good and just try to be better, then yeah, you do have to be stricter with yourself. Sometimes you have to feel unsatisfied so you can push your artwork to be on a higher level. So I'm just gonna grab all these lines, the overall, the vibe and stuff. Just going to curve it down here. Curve in. And then this one is gonna curve in here. And then she has the ear. That's gonna come out here. Same thing for the other side. Do I need to be too high? Because if it's way too high, the overall drawing will look smaller. Every extra height in a chibi will make the overall drawing look smaller, especially when we make it into merchandise, or even just putting it in a square frame, a square canvas. You can see that it looks smaller than the rest. It's because the height has been increased. So I try to not make it too high. That's one thing to take note of, because the higher it goes, let me show you an example. File, new, create. So these are some very important factors to take note of lah. I'm just gonna do this first. Zoom. So what do I mean by not too high. So let's say I have a box here, and I have a box over here, okay? And my character happens to be this one. Just give me a second, I'm just gonna make it more obvious. Okay. So do take note that both the canvas size, which is the square, is the same size, okay? You're given two canvases of the same size. Now canvas 1, you draw a character that looks like this. Now on canvas 2, your friend already draw canvas 1 that looks like this. Very nice, everything is centralized, the presentation looks quite decent. On the other hand, you happen to have an interest in long ears character. Yeah, just happen to like long ears, yeah. So, and super long ears. So you just draw long ears character because you like long ears. This one here, and you got this one here. Now, when you put in a canvas because of the ratio, this is what happens. See? So sometimes your drawing, when it doesn't look nice, it's because of the presentation or the limitation of your canvas, especially when we are uploading to Instagram, for instance. They have this either square or somewhat rectangle, but it's not really longish. So if your character happens to be very long, just to show all the details, it will be on the losing end. So same thing when you are drawing certain things. It might look nice when it's being stretched or being exaggerated to be longer, but will it look nice as an overall? Now this is very important. So why sometimes when it's a rabbit girl character, for instance, the ears are really long on the reference, but when I draw it, I either slant it, tilt it, or even shrink the ears. It's because I know my end result, I know my canvas, I know where this picture will evolve or being presented at. So by knowing all this, I'm very confident when I'm drawing, and I tell myself I'm not doing anything wrong, it's not weird, because I know the end result will look decent. So this kind of things really takes experience, but the rule of the time is understand your canvas, know where are you gonna upload it. If you're gonna upload it on Facebook or Twitter, I don't think there's an issue with all this sizing and stuff. But if on Instagram, which is like there's a limited area to post for your canvas, then you have to take note of this one, because at the end of the day, drawing is all about presentation, and if a nice drawing is not presented properly, it get minus points, you get a lot of minus points. But if a average drawing is being presented properly, neatly, the wordings are not overlapping and stuff like that, everyone will see it as a nice drawing. So this is something you have to remember whenever you draw certain things. But if you're practicing, just training your skill set, by all means, do anything you like. Okay, so we're gonna draw the ears here. Just gonna, yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so we're gonna do this one here, as well as this one over here. It's a little bit special. We're gonna try with this Y shape, a V shape, yeah. And same thing. Once you are happy with the hair, we're gonna lower it down together with the body. Let me just drink some water. Remember to save a canvas. Since we are done with the hair, save a canvas. Hi, me it's hi Kushahiri. The gloves are at home. I'm currently in the shop, so I didn't bring it down. Usually on Tuesday and Thursday I don't use my gloves. because I only have one, and then I always put it at home by my main work desk. And when I come to the studio, when I draw and then just talk while I'm explaining things, then yeah, I don't really wear the glove, unless in future I have one more. Then I'll put it here. Okay, there's no questions over here. Go there. And yep, okay, cool. Just gonna go back here. Viewers on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, if you have any questions, you can always ask, because I have the restream chat. If you are hearing, I think Picasso, if you type, I don't think the restream chat will pick it up. So if you are viewing on Picasso, you have questions to ask, do head down to my YouTube, because there is my main platform for streaming, and the video get recorded and uploaded. So if you are learning, it's definitely a lot easier for you to scrub the video back and forth to suit your own needs. Okay, so again, if you're viewing on other platforms, I strongly encourage you to use the YouTube platform to view my videos. Okay, and that's about it. Okay, we're gonna continue. It's very faint, but yeah, it's somewhere there. Okay, now we're gonna draw the costume now. So first thing, when I look at this very complicated drawing, I'm not seeing the buckles and stuff. Okay, this applies to anything that you are drawing right now. This applies to any character that you are looking or using right now as your drawing reference or practice. So for me, when I'm actually looking at this character, I'm looking, as of now, when I'm finished with the hair, I'm finished with the body, the next phase I'm moving on. I'm looking at the outer clothings here. That's one. You have this shape going on here, which is a rectangle shape with a curl here. There's another shape here that's like a V shape. There's a bulk size here. Okay, notice what I'm watching, and then you have a belt here, rectangle. Just gonna, okay, cool. There's a skirt that's overlapping with each other, so that's why it calls this overlapping. There's a collar here with a belt. It's I think it's like leggings, stockings, but with an extra flap up here. I'm not looking at all these laces. If you notice, I'm not emphasizing them, neither am I taking note of them, because that's not what I'm looking at right now. Okay, I'm looking at the overall shapes. I know these details are really fun to draw, but they are not what you should be focusing right now. Got one more rectangle over here. Over here, same thing, there's a rectangle, there's a rectangle. There's something going on by the shoulder. Later on, we'll come in and settle that. And of course, you have these extra flaps by the side, which is rectangle, 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 rectangle. Okay, there's one more here if you want to. So this is the shape that I'm seeing. If I were to turn off the details, this is what I'm seeing. Okay, this is the original character. This is what my eyes is breaking it down. I'm focusing on this. I'm not looking at how the shoelace or the legging, the laces are being tied. I'm not looking at the buckles. There are 3 of them. There's a belt with all the bolts and nuts and all this stuff. No, I'm looking at the overall shape, the interesting ones, things to emphasize, things that I need, things I know that if I put it in my chibi, it would give out the somewhat similar vibe. So it's really important to look at all these shapes. So you can be drawing anything. Always look at the overall shape, the overall silhouette, and then break it down and reconstruct it in your own drawing. So what we're gonna do now is gonna reconstruct it. Okay. Oops. Brush size 5, eraser. Okay. I'm just gonna make it slightly darker. It's not really hard to see what's going on. Okay, so we have the collar here. Don't be afraid to overlap anything that you draw, because it's in the sketching phase. I know I need this one, the bulk here. Same thing for the other side. It's a bulk. I know that this is gonna go down here by the side. Same thing for the other. Got the chest slightly popping up a bit. Okay. The hands. Notice how I don't bother with the hands. Okay, I know I draw it here, but I'm gonna just continue to draw the extra shape here. It's gonna cover the hands, it's okay, because it's a sketching phase. I will be moving the hands later on. So always remember, and I'll try my best to keep reminding you and demonstrate that a sketch is really there to assist you, and it should not be bounding you that, okay, I've put it here so I can't draw it further. I put it here so I cannot advance. No, a sketch is always there to assist you. So now since it's been covered, fine, it's okay, it's cool. Doesn't matter, we'll fix it up later on. Okay, got that one. We have the belt that's in the middle here. Got there. Get that belt out. Not going to do anything here. Don't be tempted to draw any of those things, because why I always say don't be tempted. It feels as if you are drawing something. It feels as if you are progressing, you are really putting in effort. Yes, you are, but it's the wrong effort. You should be always focusing on the overall stuff, everything when it looks good. Then go in and draw these details, because it's really autopilot mode when you start drawing all these little details. But rather, when you're constructing the overall shape, when things don't align properly, when the lines are not speaking with one another, that is the main problem you should be focusing on. Okay, so this one over here, drawing it down. We have the legs here. I know I need this shape over here. Make sure it doesn't clash. Okay, I don't really remember the term. There's a term when I learned. It's like parallax lines. I think I need to search it up. Yeah, which is when the lines meet with one another, it just joins in a hole. So don't do that. I'm gonna pull it out purposely, slightly, so that it doesn't meet with the ties. Same thing over here. This one I will, because the center line is more towards the left, so I will be doing this. And then I'm going down with this one here. There's a rectangle piece. Same thing, there's a rectangle piece here. Going down, 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 down. This one downwards here. Down, down. Okay. So it's going downwards here. Okay, got all this thing done. Okay. Check. Can you add a bit more? Okay, chest area here, V shape. Down, down. Stretch it more. Okay, cool. Any more things? Okay, check. Let's see. The shoulder. There's some neck area here with the maybe a belt or buckle. Okay, we can just add a bit more here. Flip. Check. Maybe not. I shall remove it first. Okay, so we have the overall shape. Maybe the strings by the side. This one is by the belt, which is the yellow one. The white one, we maybe could just draw it first. Let's draw it out. here with this yellow one. Let's go by the side here. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna add in some details. Save, make a new layer, so you don't have to keep erasing the shapes that you have fixed. Same thing over here. We're gonna start looking at it again. Analyze. It takes time. Again, don't rush yourself. If you are struggling, don't be afraid to make mistakes. For instance, you felt that this particular area is important, you put it in, but somehow along the way you felt that, oh, maybe it's not as important. Without it, it still feels like the character they are drawing. Yeah, sure, then just take it away. You feel that you should have added a particular item inside, by all means add it in. No one will penalize you for editing anything. How you break it down is supposed to make your life easier. It should not restrict you. No part of this exercise should restrict your drawing. Okay, it should only be there to help you. Okay, so we have this one shape here. If we focus on it here, there's one rectangle here, there's one over here, that's why it's linked to this belt. We have the shoulder pad, which is a rectangle and somewhat a triangle shape. Here, same thing, got a rectangle but it's protruding out. And then we have all these little shapes, so later on we'll be going in to settle it. Or you can see a belt that's being attached. Then now we can really go inside for all these things. You can see a curve here together with the belt. 3 rectangles. Break it down with their buckles. Okay, same thing over here. It's connected. Okay, and there's a pouch over here. And of course there's a buckle here, which is a curve. Okay, if you can add this little buckle around the neck here, so C shape. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and again I'm gonna show you what am I looking at. This is the overall drawing. It doesn't really make sense, but all the details, I'm only looking at the overall shape. How many nuts, how many mini rods that's inside, the folding of the bags, the buckles with all the lines. I'm not looking at that. I just need that shape. I'm speaking to the shape, I'm looking at the shape. So that's the most important part. Okay, so again, take away the assistance. If you need it, keep it on. If you don't, try to take it away so you don't, it's like the answer sheet is always there, so you won't improve if you keep looking at the answer sheet. Okay, lower down, make a new layer. Remember to save again. It's very important to save your file. Okay, 80%. So we're gonna start from the shoulder pads area first. I have this shape here that's coming out, and then together this is rectangle thing, triangle thing, and it's being connected somehow with all these little lines. Okay, same thing for the other side. It's protruding out, and we're gonna come back in with all the triangle lines. Great. There's a belt, a yellow belt that's connected, so we're gonna draw it down. Same thing over here, there's a belt. Around the neck area, just gonna thicken it a bit. Oops, sorry. Just gonna thicken it slightly so I know where I'm drawing. That's a buckle. It's a string. Same thing here, there's a buckle. It's a string. And there's this yellow belt that is being folded and going downwards. I'm just gonna slap it in here. Same thing on the other side. 3 yellow bell. 1. I can't fit 3 in, so I'm gonna fit 2. Okay, just gonna throw away just 1 bell. I can't fit 3 in, it won't look nice. I'm not gonna squeeze all this in. And then I'm gonna set the buckle up. Buckle looks something like that. I know it's something like that. Rectangle it, and then just draw some slight details. Okay, there's a placeholder. It's always a placeholder. We're not gonna make it look nice. Later on, it'll be they'll be making it nice. Oh, it's all about placeholder now. Some details here. Some bolts and nuts. Just gonna add it in, just to make things a bit look more complicated. If you have the overall shape, adding in a few lines will just make it makes sense. The key word is it looks as if it makes sense. That's it. You don't have to make perfect sense. And then you have these extra yellow lines. I can see curve along with the contour. Push it out even more if you need to. Okay. And yep. Okay, hold on here. I'm just going to remove this one because it's clashing with this one over here. Later I'm going to draw the laces, so I'm just going to push it out even further. There we go. And then I'm going to draw laces, very simple shape. Just going to draw 2 crisscross. I'm not going to draw every single one. Check, check, check. The back by the side. 1, 2. It's not even attached to the body. You can see I'm not even drawing it attached, but it's a key component, so it has to be there. You can maybe just draw it overlapping, so if it makes it look more make sense. I think it makes it look more believable. Yeah. Okay, once you get that, draw the hand extra, slightly longer. Same thing over here. It's holding the fireman X. It's already drawing it in there. If it's too straight, bend it slightly. Okay, check, check, check. See if there's anything you want to add. The chest area here. It's a white label. Okay. Create a new layer. Save. Now that we're done with the blocking, save. We're gonna add in the fireman X first. That's one. Then later on, we'll move on to the tail and the background weapons. Okay. Before we move on to weapons, check if there's any questions. Just came from Twitch. Hi. If I read your name wrongly, please forgive me. Correct me if I'm reading it totally wrong. Lay Android. Hi. Thank you very much. Sorry I can't read Japanese, but hi. Hello. Yeah. Okay. So if you just came in, hop into the stream, have any questions, feel free to ask. There is no wrong questions. I love any questions you ask. You ask me what tablet I'm using, you ask me how long I draw, you ask me why do I do this in a certain way. I'm more than happy to tell you. Okay, I'm really happy because it means that you are interested. It means that whatever I say is really helping you. But I do hope when you ask me a question, you actually try and understand it by yourself, and when you continue to draw, you draw it better or draw it with more understanding. So that's what I ask from any of you who are actually really listening and learning during Tuesday and Thursday classes. Okay, so okay, all good. Okay, so now we're gonna move into the weapons. I know weapons can be really intimidating, but again, if you break it down to shapes, it's really all very basic stuff. It's really 1 + 1 = 2, or maybe the most 2 + 3 = 5. That's all. Okay, it's really not complicated, especially when we are drawing chibi. If you're gonna draw it realistic, then you have to do a lot of calculation. But when you're gonna draw it into a chibi, it really isn't as intimidating as your reference. So what do I mean? Let's start off with the Fireman X over here, the one that she's holding. Okay, water. Okay, so for the Fireman X that she's holding in the hand, it really is just a simple rectangle. Okay, just gonna make it bigger here. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see. It really is just a rectangle. Don't focus at all this little intersection. No, shapes, the overall shapes. Rectangle here, that's one. And then I see a triangle and maybe another rectangle. It really is this shape. And if I were to go and color it, it really is like that. But if I were to take it away, it has all these little nuts and all these engravings and stuff. You can slowly add it in. The more you understand your lines, the more you know how to control the level of details. If you feel that this is too much, then maybe instead of 2 circles, which is over here, you draw 1. If there's 2 screws and you feel that even though it's 2 screws and you draw it in your own drawing, it looks weird, draw 1. Nobody will penalize you. No one on this earth. Okay, if there is, they are the weird ones, not you. No one will go and say your drawing or say your Fireman X looks different from the reference because you lack of 1 screw or lack of 1 circle. Maybe if you draw the character and you lack of 1 eye or lack of 1 ear, probably someone will say, hey, it looks different. But if you're going to draw the Fireman X, even if you miss this whole chunk of these details that's protruding out, which is there's another piece of material, no one will go and penalize you unless it's like the hardcore fans. But in general speaking, it's okay. And even if you're like practicing, it's even more okay. Okay, so, and if you miss a circle, no one is gonna give you a bad remark saying, hey, the Fireman X missed a circle. Okay, if there is, they are the weird ones, not you. Okay, so now that you know how to break it down, rectangle, triangle, triangle, it's really just the sizing. Is it a thick triangle? Is it a thin triangle? Is it a long rectangle or a short rectangle? So always break down an intimidating object into shapes. Later on, the background, you can see behind her back, there's a lot of things going on. But now that I tell you to look at shapes, you will start realizing that you are no longer looking at all those engravings, but rather you just notice the overall shape. Is it a long triangle? Is it a thick triangle? Is it a short triangle? You start seeing this, or maybe a rectangle, and when you start noticing all this, everything makes sense. And you're no longer afraid to throw more details into your drawing. Okay, so we're gonna start with the Fireman X first. So let's see, is it a new layer? Yeah, it is. Okay, remember to save your canvas, your file. Okay, saving is very important. I'm gonna choose the color, my brush, and my eraser. 80% opacity, all set. Okay, so we're gonna draw this one. Just gonna lower it down. Okay, so same thing. Draw the rectangle, and I know there's a triangle over here. Okay, and then I'm gonna draw another triangle over here. Okay, now that I have that, I'm just gonna refine it slightly and just gonna turn it slightly more. And then if it doesn't look cute, shift, reposition it, and then I'm gonna just erase it and just scrape some little details out here. An extra screw, break it down the segments. Over here, let's add in extra details. Done. That's about it. Okay, the Fireman X is done. If I need to reposition it to just fit the hand to make it look better, that's it. Do it slightly to show off the thumb. I think the thumb is gonna be here. Yeah, thumb and the palm. Okay, so there it is. And I reposition this one because it's a bit too close to the palm. Shorter and cuter, slightly, just slightly. There we go. Okay, so sometimes it's really just repositioning and editing the image that you drew to just make it make sense. But this one I'm taking a bit longer because it's a bit slanted. I want to make sure that it looks alright. Okay, cool. So it's really just having the shapes, then after that connecting it, resizing it, adding a bit of details. Okay, that's it. Do not go in and sketch all the little details. You can, but that should be on the later part, not at the sketching phase. Even if you want to, you should be focusing on the face. The eyelashes, you want to sketch it out, make it a lot of details, can. Feel free to put it at the eye area, because when we look at a drawing, most of the time, maybe not you, most of the time your fans will be attracted to the face first, then they will be attracted to the overall drawing. So it's really important that you focus on the face. Unless you say the character don't have any face, then probably the armor is the most important one. Maybe like character from Dark Souls. I think so, yeah, Dark Souls or Bloodborne. There's no really visible character, but rather it's the outfit, the costume that's attracting. Then focus on the main features. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Fireman X done. Now we're going to move on to look at the details. We have the tail, we're going to leave it at the last part. Now, time to tackle the complicated background. Brush size 100%, up the brush. Okay, so starting from this, got a rectangle, 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 small rectangle, rectangle, rectangle. No idea what's this, but I know it's a rectangle, rectangle. Even the belt, rectangle, square, it's joining. Rectangle, triangle, rectangle. Very complicated? No. Small rectangle, sorry, a thin rectangle, lines, 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 slanted, rectangle, triangle, triangle. I don't know what this thing called. Maybe it's four-sided triangle, but it's just, you know, like a cone shape, like slanted by the sides, yeah. And then thin rectangle, slant, 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 and the belt, rectangle. Now, again, zooming out just to make sure you can see everything. Ooh, please don't hang on me. No, 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 no. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. Oops. Hey. Ah, there you go. So again, this is the reference, and break it down. The overall shapes. Like I said, every lesson I will keep repeating the same thing, and to me, the more you repeat to yourself, the more you remember how to do this, and then you start, how to say, do it naturally. It's like eating, whether you are using your hand to eat, or whether you are using your spoon or chopstick or whatever means. The first few times you're gonna struggle, and then the more you use, the better you get, and you stop telling yourself to hold it in a particular way. You just do it naturally. So what I'm doing is natural to me already. If you are struggling, it's normal. Don't panic, don't rush. If you don't agree with my shapes, no problem. Use your understanding, look at your own drawings, whether you're using the same reference or you're using another different character. With your own understanding, break it down. All I ask from you is to see the overall shape. Don't focus on the nuts and bolts and the small little slanted lines. They are not important. Without them, your drawing will still give out the same vibe. Look at the overall shapes and understand it. If you can't understand it, stay a little bit longer. The image will speak to you. The image will tell you what is the shapes to look out for. Okay, so if you follow my way of doing things, suddenly the details no longer become intimidating. If I turn off the reference, it really is just simple lines. It's like some Jig and Finn Adventure Time weapon. It's like super simplified. Okay, because adding details is really easy, but breaking down objects into their basic shapes is really hard. Okay, this isn't an overnight task, but it takes some time to practice. So once you break it down, suddenly you can draw anything on this earth. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn off the assistant, like turn off the aim assist, whatever FPS. So I'm gonna turn off the assist, or turn off the mod if you play game and you like to use mod. So I'm gonna turn it off. Okay, and I'm gonna use my eyes to break it down now. If you can't, then keep it on. If you can, then try. If you can't but you want to try, turn it off, and if you struggle, turn it back on and turn it off, you know, that kind of things. Yeah, so let's try it. Where's the hair? I need to make sure that the hair, oops, sorry, I think I double click it too fast. Okay, so I'm gonna put the hair slightly darker so I know. And for the canvas, I'm gonna make it slightly wider, means the reference is gonna be smaller, so I have more space to draw and play with. Again, it's always about playing with your drawing. Play with your drawing. Okay, we're not gonna impress anyone. Drawing is just like another mobile game. Okay, it's all about enjoying. You don't feel that playing mobile game is a drag, unless you're climbing rank and your teammate sucks. But again, there's no teammate. It's all about you, and you're just playing a game. It's all about enjoying the experience. It's all about understanding your lines, your brush, your program, your tablet, understand your equipments, and how to execute it in the best whatever level that you are currently at. Okay, so let me just set my brush again, set it down. Oops, sorry, 80%, eraser, great. Okay, so now I'm just gonna draw the shapes. Come on, hair, where are you? Let's make it, oh yes, okay, slightly darker. Okay, so again, rectangle. Just got a rectangle here. So rectangle. This one is one long one. Some shapes going on here. Rectangle. Cha. So a bit of slanted ones. I'm not gonna put here. It doesn't look nice. Okay, I'll just slant it here, break it, change it. There's one that's protruding on the side here as well. One that's really coming by the side, which I have no idea what's that, but I'm just gonna draw it down here. And then there's a belt here, together with the belt, square, pulling it out, rectangle. There's a bit of lever here. It's gonna be yellow in color. That's a belt. That's the triangle, the square, and the triangle, the alarm thing. Tin, rectangle, another thin but longer one, slanted lines, slanted lines, just two, another square out, another square here, draw it there. Okay, so this is how I look at it, and this is how I break things down and I reconstruct it. It's not exactly the same. Oh, oops, sorry, I missed out the spear on the side here. Okay, triangle. Yeah, the rectangle popping over the side. Okay. Alright. Yeah, okay, just add one more triangle here. Rectangle, sorry. Okay, so it's not about drawing the exact same thing, because we are not drawing the exact same thing. Okay, it's all about the overall shape. Now place it in your own drawings. How will it look best? If by placing there, for instance, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sticks, and I'm going to put all 5 sticks here in my drawing. I feel it's a bit too complicated, and if I put 5 just for the sake of putting 5 and I put in between the ears, it's weird. So I'm not going to do it. And the spear is really long headed, and if I'm going to draw it longer than the legs level, it's also going to look weird. So I also don't want to do it. So once you break things down, and when you apply it to your drawing and it looks weird, remove it, don't draw it. Unless it's a key component, then you have to figure, maybe you have to compensate with some things, remove others and add it in. But again, if by removing it and the overall vibe is somewhat similar, go ahead, have fun, draw it, enjoy your drawing. The most important part is enjoy your drawing. Draw something that you enjoy, you think that looks somewhat okay, I'm happy with it, and that's it. There's really no point if there's 5 sticks in the reference and you draw all 5 sticks and it looks right. I mean, in theory wise it's right, but it looks weird. You're gonna feel very painful when you paint, when you do line art. You always stare at that 5 sticks and think like, oh, shit, my drawing is bad. It's not bad, it's just that you can't let things go. Remove it if it sucks, don't draw it if it's spoiling the overall composition, and just have fun. Alright, I'm going to show you what do I mean by having fun. Now look at the reference, and you can see that the tail is above this antenna to looking weapon here, which is the alarm or the siren thing, I guess. Okay, so this weapon, the tail is up here, so technically I'm supposed to draw it up here. Okay, I'm gonna make one layer. Okay, so technically I'm supposed to draw a tail up here. Okay, but I feel that it's a bit too high. Although it looks very low on the character, but if I draw it here, it looks a bit too high. I feel I want it to draw in between the legs like this. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this. Grab my color, grab my brush, and I'm just gonna draw the tail down here. Oh yeah, this code here. So yeah, I'm just gonna draw the tail down here, and maybe I'm going to centralize it a bit. Okay, it looks weird. Okay, never mind. So I'm just going to put the other side. Okay, flip it, check. Okay, it still looks weird. Let me try. Nope, too obscene. Nope. Okay, fine, never mind. It's a bad example. I'm just going to put it lower. Here. Yeah. Yes, this please. Okay, so I'm gonna put it lower and not at the exact position as the reference. Okay, the main point that I want to show you and tell you is that sometimes by shifting items away from their original position, so long it still looks right lah. Don't push the eyeball until the leg, then it's totally different lah. Then you cannot accept it as moving. But rather, if by shifting certain items and the overall drawing still looks somewhat the same with the drawing, then yeah, sure, go ahead and do it. But many times I see a lot chibi, they chibify it. It's either they took everything from the reference and try to shove it into the chibi drawing, or they have the overall chibi, which is very nice, but some things I know is just getting in the way and causing the whole chibi composition to look a bit weird. So you have to let things go, you have to play around. You just think it this way. You take a university student or a college student, the study materials, and then you try to shove it and ask a 3-year-old to go and study. High chance they don't understand, they just get overwhelmed. So same thing that what you're drawing right now. You're taking an adult character filled with details and you try to shove it into a kid. It's not gonna work. So you have to let things go, keep the important parts, like how to be a proper human being, like the important parts. And then you try slowly, and then you add in things like, okay, now how to go and drive a car, and then you slowly add this more important stuff, and then it will work out well. If you just shove everything into a kid, the kid is gonna be overcomplicated and turn out weird. Okay, so this is how you break things down, and yeah, we are done with the sketch. And I'm gonna take a snapshot, upload to Insta, on Twitter, or whatever where you found me at. I'll be putting it up there, and later on we'll be moving on to the lineup. I think we'll be overrunning more than 9:30 today because of the complicated character, but if you can, you stick around. If you can't, the video will be available on YouTube, and then you can always view it at your own time, on target. Okay, so right now I'm gonna save the file. If you have any questions, leave in the comments, type it out, and later I will read it. Okay, snipping to let me just gonna make it thicker first, if not it's a bit hard to see. Okay, get this here, snipping to, click new, capture, save as, desktop, COB, WIP1, close it, delete, no, not delete, Ctrl Z, group it. It's gonna make my canvas into a square because it seems to be, this character is gonna be a very squarish. Yeah, that's right. So there's not enough room, space at the side. And then shave it to the middle, duplicate, save as JPEG, sketch. Okay, so I'm gonna put it up in Discord, so if you want to join the Discord, you may do so. I always throw out the files there, but really the Discord is really just a very casual place. So I'm just gonna put it down here. Jump. Upload. How do I get a ping? It's not weird stuff. Okay, just gonna put this here. Here. Yes. Stop spanning. Yes. Stop spanning. Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna put it up here. Yeah, aim assist, obscene tail. Yeah, sometimes you just draw it there and it looks a bit weird. The silhouette just doesn't read right, so we're gonna not do it. Okay, let's see. Okay, you're just gonna put it down here. again, I need to go and find my the timer that time. Yeah, there we go. 1% class, sketch plus Lineart. Live now on YouTube. I'm gonna youtube.com/jrpencil, and we're gonna do work in progress. Nice. And what's the Chinese name again? I usually copy paste. There we go. This Mingru Fangzhou. Okay, got this one here. Paste it. I was gonna put it here as well. So if you can understand what I'm trying to tell you, then feel free to just bump up the details. But if you are someone that is starting to learn, then it's alright to do things oversimplified. Okay, don't be too harsh on yourself. The most important thing I want you to take away during the sketching phase is don't be too harsh on yourself. Don't force yourself to put everything into a drawing. I would rather you enjoy it, draw something that's really simplified, and have fun. That's the most important part. Okay, let's get this one here. And nice, live on YouTube. Tweet it up. Okay, that's my mobile phone. I'm gonna put it on Instagram. There's a life of a person, an artist that's on social media. It's like you have to keep doing this kind of stuff. Do. It's gonna download from Discord because we uploaded it on Discord. Gonna download this, and I'm gonna download this as well. It's gonna go into here. Just close all of them. I think something went wrong. Pew. This cut pose. Select all, copy, go to Instagram. It's just a sad thing that I cannot turn on music. It's just I really want to play music so badly. It's just weird that drawing and don't have music. Okay, just give me a minute now. In the meantime, feel free to take a break because you've been hearing me talking for the past hour. So let's maybe get up, drink some water, move about, and yeah, it should be starting probably another 10 minutes or so. Yeah, 5 to 10 minutes. Pew. Let's see 2 comments. Am I missing one? Okay. Seems I'm missing one. Okay. Got this one here. to put it down here. Thanks. Paste live on YouTube and share. Yes, so on my story I can put this link, web link, youtube.com/JRPencil. I guess it should bring people there, I guess. Swipe up. Yeah, I'm just gonna put swipe up there. I'm gonna type so long stuff. Yeah, swipe up. I think I should work that. Pew 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 pew. This, and you swipe up. No, I think it should work, huh? Link. Pew 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 pew. Okay, cool. Alright. Just gonna drink some water. And we should be starting soon. Did I post here? Yeah, okay, good. Post it. I'm just gonna close all these tabs because they'll be too intense. I'll open up later on. No questions here. Okay. Hi, Silver. What are you doing here? Yeah. Do you have a directory for all your chibis? Like, what's a directory like? Terms and names and stuff. I don't have a directory for a chibi. I really want to take a closer look at the Phoenix chibi from Dota 2. It's one of my favorite characters. I do have it. It's on my Twitter, and it's the I pinned that post, and then you can actually look. It's like in the index and stuff. Let me try to get you the link. So if you head down to Twitter, if you go to my Twitter, actually this is like hidden place. So my pinned tweet, the first one, it has all the directory. I think this is what you mean. So if you click here, where's the Phoenix? Come on, Phoenix, I know you're somewhere here. Hey. Nope. Hey. It's all weird now. It's in this. There we go. Phoenix. There we go. This one. I think you're speaking about the Dota 2 character here. Yeah, it was really experimental. Even till today, I have no good control of flames. That's why I always try to avoid drawing this kind. They have a different language to paint the flames character, so I felt I didn't do a real proper job. But at that point of time, I was very proud of this work. But looking back now, I think it could be better. Yeah. But yes, the pinned tweet in my Twitter has the directory from my past thousands over drawing. Yeah. So if you're interested, head down to the tweet, and yeah, it pretty much is like the whole entire artbook B. It's a secret, don't tell people. You can purchase it. It's the same thing from my website, hiartbook.com, for like 40 bucks. Every day I just increase. Every time when I draw a chibi, I increase the digital artbook by $1. Yeah, but if you know where to get it for free and you don't mind going through the trouble of saving the files, then yeah, the pinned tweet, all I ask from you is just a like and a retweet. Just bump it up. This is numbers. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Instagram is the most annoying one. Yeah, I have to admit that it definitely is. Yeah. Okay, so you have been used to it, but Instagram is definitely the one that got me most of the fans, the traffics and attention. So despite all the trouble, I still love it. It's a love and hate relationship, I guess. Alright, so now we are going to do the line art. So same thing, always remember, line art, we have 3 phases. The phase 1, which is just the HD version of your sketch. Okay, the keyword HD sketch, a HD sketch, because the sketch has been pulled, blown up, it's very pixelated. If we're gonna zoom in, it's very pixelated, you can't really use it for print or paint. So now there's a HD version, that's all. Phase 1. Phase 2, the frame, thickening the border, nothing internal, just the frame, the outer looks, that's all. And phase 3, add in the little bolts and nuts, all the fun things that you have been resisting to draw. Yes, let it loose at phase 3. Okay, so with that in mind, we shall begin. Just gonna lower down here. I'm gonna turn off, or should I turn off? Should I turn off or turn on? In my brain I say turn off, but if I want to do, okay, I think for demonstration, especially when doing a class, I shall not take the easy route. I must set a good example. Okay, means I will be turning off the background first, even though we can actually do a much faster way. But we're going to turn off the background and we're going to focus on the character first. Then after that, then we'll do the background. This will be a better and clearer example, especially for people who are learning right now. So yeah, it'll be a better and clearer example for you. Okay, again, remember to save your file. Set it up here. It's very light, it's okay. Because this is the amount I should be seeing. It has to be light. Okay, so I'm gonna make it create a new layer, set up the brush at 40, eraser at 80, set my colors, and we shall begin. Draw the lines here. Rotate your canvas to suit your drawing flow, so that your curved lines will look nicer. Okay. Here, something for this part. So the eye is always the most important, so you don't want to neglect the eye area. Okay. Draw the pupil. Same thing for the other side. So drawing the pupil. Scratch it out. Just gonna draw these dots here and the lines. Okay. And the nose. The chibi is really important when drawing the chibi. Is like one of the main important features. So sometimes I'll take multiple tries just to get this right. this looks weird. Okay, try again. Something looks weird. What it is? That is weird. Okay, maybe I should break it down like that. Change up the mouth shape a bit. The eye could be cuter. Flip the canvas, give it a check. Okay. I got a collar here. Curving downwards. Same thing for the other eye. I think I can do better. Let's continue. It's gonna curve this one. Some of the hair is gonna curve into the character. Curved lines. This is the ear. Curve this one as well. Sometimes you want to add a bit of cuteness, then things like anime, you can always do this one. Or maybe now is I just doing this extra tip that just come out. Looks kind of cute, but yeah, if you want to just add more details in some very plain looking lines or broad areas, just to make things look a bit more interesting. Okay, here. Just gonna curve this one down here. More scratch marks as well. Here it's going downwards. Same thing for this one. Here it's going up and then going down. Curving. It's really just the shapes and stuff. Here, the lines. So I don't really put too much in the thought process now, unless something looks really off. Overall, I'm really just following as close as possible to the sketch lines, because I've used time to do the sketch. The sketch isn't just made up for fun. It's really to guide me to streamline things, and I put in effort to put some thought process in the sketch. Although it's very sketchy, it's like a draft, it's not being finalized, but it's still being a well thought out drawing. So when we are doing the line art, you should at least respect your own sketch and try to stick as close to it, because there's really no point if you sketch something and your line art, you just don't follow it totally, and you start drawing another set of lines, another set of language, another set of flow, then might as well just do the line art. So if you're gonna do the sketch, I strongly want you to stick to your sketch lines, so it will cut down a lot of time and there's no double work. No? The most important thing is don't do double work. Okay, I'm just gonna curl this one up as well. Just gonna pull this in. Just gonna curl this one. Curl this in. It's a weird shape, but nowadays I try to embrace this weird shape, because to me, if I can control the weird shapes, the shapes that is not commonly being used, I think I can push the cuteness to even higher levels. So that's why sometimes you'll see this very weird looking shape that's coming out. Yeah, I'm really playing with my own drawings. So over here, now you can focus on the hands and just draw it nicely if you want to. Separate it out and then make the thumb here more visible, and then you can do this thing here as well. Yep, okay, looks cool. Okay, and then we have this one over here. Really just sketching the bulk, and over here we have the belt, and over here is the shoulder pad. That's a very simple shape one. Same thing, we are just really just HDifying whatever that we have drawn earlier on. I think this is the hair, but let me just try to figure out how do I set it up. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. The shoulder pad has been blocked by the hair. Same thing, just draw some simple shapes. So again, there's no one gonna penalize if you draw it wrongly. Have fun, enjoy the drawing, don't be overburdened by the details. Okay, so that's the most important thing you should take away today. Yeah. And then we draw the shapes here as well. You hear me keep emphasizing the shapes. I want to subconsciously remind this word. I keep saying this word, so when you look at your drawings in future or even your current drawing, you will also remind yourself to watch out for shapes, watch out for simplifying objects. All these are the key things when we are drawing chibi. So yeah, I will keep emphasizing, and subconsciously you will remember all these things. So you're gonna draw this one here, and this one, the fingers. Whoops, the pressure, what happened to you? Just gonna tap out, tap it back, please. Okay, so what happens when this happens? Let's see. Yeah, something looks weird. Okay, everything's okay. Oh, okay, great, everything's back to normal. Cool. Better save the file. I haven't saved my lineup since the start of it. Okay, save. Make sure to save a canvas, save your file, save your drawing. Okay, so we have this one here, and then we're gonna draw the fireman X. Later, I'll show you why I'm not doing the details, because it's at another phase. Whatever you see here today, I'm rearranging the way I do things so that you as a viewer can understand my thought process easier, or make sense in general. When you are watching my live streams on other days, not during the Tuesday or Thursday, especially those that I don't talk and there's no music or whatsoever that's going on behind, those are my actual drawing process. Those are process from muscle memories, from experience, and really just taking the subject matter and wreak havoc and just getting the chibi out of it. Whatever you see today and on Thursday, the process have been rearranged so that you can understand and the things make sense to you. So if you are learning, I want you to focus on the Tuesday and Thursday videos. But if you are casual, you just want to see, or rather, if you're someone who have already understand or somewhat know what is going on whenever I draw something, you already grasp how JR works, then the usual days videos will be beneficial to you. Even just by scrubbing through, you can get the most out of it. But again, if you are learning, Tuesday, Thursday videos are made for you. I've been rearranged the process for you for better understanding. Okay, so I need to clarify this, because if not, sometimes you feel like, how come usually JR isn't drawing this but now he's doing this and stuff like that. It's because by doing so, things are way more easier to understand. I'm using words to tie down my actions so that it makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so for the details, I will be showing you where and how do I apply. So right now I'm really just, again, sticking to my words, just HDifying the sketch. Okay, so it's a yellow belt here. Then that's the hairs coming down here. There, and then just curling this. Then maybe that's the hair. Hopefully, doesn't look weird. Let's see. Overlapping the yellow part. No, looks weird. Okay. So I'll erase this part there. Yeah, the yellow hair, when it's being overlapped, it looks better. Okay, draw some lines, just fill up the blank space here. There's a belt going on later on here. There's one more going downwards. Chest area. Simple lines. White color label. Going downwards here. Again, if you have any questions, any point of time, something just pop up in your head, or rather something don't make sense to you, don't be afraid to just type it out. We don't know you, I don't know you, you don't know me. There's no judging, but if it's related to the video, I will answer to my best understanding. Alright, this line looks weird, something is off, so I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it to this one. It should not be slanting inwards. Something was off. Same thing over here. Just going to change the overall shape. So sometimes sketching, we never notice certain things. So if the lines look weird when you start HDifying it, change it. Okay, don't be bounded by any time or any of the progress. Just gonna clean my hands. Okay. Where's my table filled with these markings and stuff? I wonder what it is. Some oil marking. Oh, okay. I think it's the laptop. Okay, got it. Not laptop, the screen. Okay, I see. Let me drink some water. We are definitely overrunning tonight. course it says it's 9:15 and we have a lot to cover. Okay, so again the buckle over here, just gonna get it out here, and then get the belt in. Same thing over here, it's a rectangle shapes. Then it's gonna cover in as well. And then there's a buckle here. Yeah, there's a buckle. You can see why I abandoned 3 belts and I just went ahead with 2, because the area is only this small and I don't want to lose. I want the shapes to be readable to the audience. That's why I had to drop it down. If I were to draw 3, yep, I hit it correctly, but I won't be able to draw it to the fullest, and I wouldn't like it personally. So that's why I didn't go ahead with 3 belts. So I'm gonna draw this one here. Doesn't look nice, looks a bit sloppy. The line should always look firm, neat and tidy. I'm gonna draw the back first. Okay, attach with the belt. Good. More belt. Flip it, check it. Okay. Got the leggings here, the pants, the armor for the knees and the thighs. Cross 2 times. There's a rectangle here. Cross, going downwards. This is always the hardest part. Okay, I'll just go here with this one. It's a bit too slanted. Swap it out. Make it straighter. This one looks too sloppy. Change it up. Crosses. Okay. The tie is a bit too big. We'll change it up as well. The tail. Flat. It's a different color here. The hair. Okay, so overall the parts that are essentials are being drawn. And then now we're gonna turn on the background, and now we're gonna fit it in. Slow it. gonna draw the background. Rectangle. Same thing, the rectangle over here. Rectangle. This part we'll talk about it later. Drawing this part up here. Same thing over here. Okay, so this one we need to lower it even more, or rather I'll just turn it off. I was going to draw these parts. Really just HD-fying, just make the sketch a HD version, that's all. Okay, now looking at the reference, I don't know where the bolt and nuts is supposed to be. All I know is I've done the sketch and the sketch needs to look good when being blown up, that's all. It's a belt here. Two more poles. Same thing over here. That's a belt. Rectangle. Last but not least, the spear. Okay. So now that we have drawn this, and we make a different layer, because there's some overlapping, we have to erase away the overlapping lines. So it was cleaner. Same for this one here. Just gonna erase this part. Same thing here. Just gonna erase it. Here as well. The belt. Back area. Gonna erase this. Just gonna erase. And make it darker, adjust it a bit. If the edges are hitting each other, change. Means I need to either shrink it this or make the hair shorter. For me, I will choose to shrink the handle so that there's a gap. Okay, don't have the edges hitting each other. It look weird. For this, I'll just hide it behind. They're not connected, they're just overlapping, but if two corners hit each other, that one you have to avoid and you have to erase it away. Check here. Okay, same thing for this. It looks a bit too close, so what I'll do is I'll just either take this away and yeah, something like this, or let's see, just not touching it. Still looks weird. Okay, never mind. I'll just do this then. Yeah. Here looks very complicated. What's going on here? I think it's the hair. Okay. So for the hair, going downwards here. Okay. Totally just change the whole structure. Erase, erase, erase. Let's get the hair out and choop. 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 Yeah, okay. Nope. Never mind, here's pointing out. Okay. Yep. Okay. Ah, yeah, this part here. Okay, just join it up. Okay, so now we're done with phase 1 for the Lineart. Same thing, snap it. If you have any questions, leave in the comments, and once I'm done uploading, in between I'll read what questions that you might have. If you're looking for details later on, still resisting it, hang in there. On phase 3 we will be adding in the details. Okay, so we're almost there. We are done with phase 1, we're left with phase 2, and we will be touching the details. You can go all in during that phase, but currently just hang in there, still resisting it. Okay, just gonna position it, gonna take a snapshot, snipping to save as WIP2, close this, JPEG Lineart 1. See, trying to discard. Lineart 1, work in progress. Put it here. Same thing over here. I'm gonna open this one here, Facebook and Twitter. Boom, 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 boom. Just gonna grab this. Grab the links here. Lineart work in progress. Post it up. Post it up. Over here for easier purposes on Twitter, I'll just thread it. I won't make a new tweet. Just add it to the existing ones. Live on YouTube, chap. Okay, so it should be a link. Yeah, so get 3. Okay, all right. Let me see. No questions over here. Oh, good. Okay, let me see. Yes, having a website with 10k image upload goal might be expensive. Didn't think of that. I really love the disjoint line style. Thank you very much. I have a hard time being so free with Lineart. I always want to make it perfect, but I've been trying to be less rigid about it. Yeah, that's good. That's good progress. I mean, we all get into art. We see really good artists doing their line arts or those speed drawings and stuff. You see the way they stroke their lines. It's like 1 stroke or 2 stroke, and they get it out, and it looks so perfect. The curves are really nice and stuff. I myself, when I'm learning, even till today, it's like not as it's just I'm still not at that level of curving. So the best thing is really you must understand is that whatever you are seeing on the internet, even now you are seeing me drawing, you're looking at someone that have been drawing for the past 5 years into Chibi and stuff. So whatever progress that I'm making, the speed, the pace, is something you will have after 5 years, or even maybe 2 years, or even 1 year, depending how much effort you put in. But it won't be immediate. So once you acknowledge that, then you won't be so harsh on yourself that say, oh, my line isn't perfect. You will stop thinking that why my line isn't nice anymore. And when you stop thinking that your lines isn't nice, or you have those negative thoughts that I'm not as good at whoever I'm looking at, and you just appreciate your level, which is the current you, and then you just continue drawing, and then along the way, before you know it, you are improving. That's why I always remind you, don't be too harsh on yourself. Whatever you're seeing, it's like already watered down, simplified for you, and it still takes practice. The key thing is it still takes practice to be better. I will always remind you, I will always remind whoever that's watching, every lesson, every Tuesday, Thursday, whenever I do this kind of talk, so that it will just lessen the impression that I could be like that. Yes, you could be, but you still need to grind. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Silver, why this lesson so pro one? The one I attend not so pro one? Because the one you attend is 2 hour plus 3 hour. Yeah, I cannot squeeze inside. I realized that I can't squeeze all these details. It is because of the lesson that previously I taught you. Then I realized that I wasn't able to tell everything. So Glissing came in, and then he really sat in here 7:30. He came in, and for Tuesday and Thursday, you know what time he go home? He go home at 11 p.m. at 12 p.m. He take Grab home. So he really sit here for 5 hours on Tuesday and Thursday. He's sitting 10 hours. He asked whether he can sit longer. I said, yeah, I appreciate if you can sit longer. Yeah. Because 2 hours is really too short. Last 2 characters was so easy, and I need to take 10 hours to really explain. Let alone today this character. It's gonna be a havoc. By the way, why you don't put the Twitch stream on the art catalog? I'm sure you can get more views there if it can be found. I'm not sure, but somehow I've been always uploading on Twitch and YouTube, Picato, Facebook and stuff. I've been really trying really hard to find the audience that needed this information and a platform that could really put this information in a proper place. I realized YouTube is the best because of every time when I finish uploading, it will really be stored properly. I can make a playlist, and people who want to learn can actually view it properly, and the scrubbing of the videos, yeah, is just the best. Because as a student, I really needed this. So seeing it from a student perspective, it seems like YouTube makes the most sense. So the other platforms are really throwing the fishing net into the the sea or something like that, and just hopefully I can get 1 or 2 random strangers interested in the fan base and get them here to YouTube. Oh, but your stream is not categorized, so it can't be found unless people specifically search for you. Let's see. I remember I put myself as creative Joe. Give me a minute. Yeah. I chose the category as creative. Unless I put it wrongly. Should I put it at art? Maybe next stream I will look into this and put as under art. But yeah, like what Silver said, we're trying it, and every day I get a Twitch summary. It's like you have 6 unique viewers and 0 followers. It's quite demoralizing. To be really honest, I'm still a human being, but yeah, every day keep doing. That's how you all get to know me on YouTube. Art. Okay, can then. No wonder I'm doing it wrongly. Yes. Tomorrow I will switch it to art. Damn, I've been doing it for the past 1 month or 2 wrongly. Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Maybe I should put more effort in Twitch as well. Okay, I'm gonna try my best. Yes. So if I'm doing my best, you're watching on also, you all can do it too. Okay, let me go and grab the links. And why are you here, Silver? You should be drawing. You already know how to draw. All you have to do is just practice, practice, practice. Okay. Ding 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 ding. Let's see here, I'm just going here and then grab it. Yes, I'm still doing my nose. That's nice. Now keep it up. Whoop. Yeah. If you see me doing things within an hour, it should take you about 3 to 4. Don't rush, okay? The key thing is don't rush. I really have to keep emphasizing this point. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, thank you very much, Lay Android. Yeah, I think I should put more effort in. I'm gonna work on my Twitch tomorrow, just to make things a smoother transition. Not transaction. Yeah. Okay, got it. Okie dokie. Come on. Now, why are you hanging? I think my phone is really hitting its limit point. Poor phone. Really stressing it to the maximum. Okay, nice share. Ding 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 ding. Just gonna upload this one here. Just gonna blow it up. Live now. Swipe up. Okay, got that. Pew 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 pew. Just give me a second, because a lot if you are new, if you don't know, I've been actually never say openly lah, but if you are new, if you follow me on Insta, I'll definitely hit the follow back. And if you are an artist lah, if you are like private account, I won't go and follow, because I hope by following back you or following you back, if I didn't, please let me know. If an artist, maybe just give you an extra boost, let's say, hey, keep it up, you know. Just making sure I'm not missing anything here. Okay, cool. Get that out of the way. We're gonna move to phase 2. Congratulations, you survived. To phase 2. Okay. Why am I keep opening up this menu? Okay, so now phase 1 done. You got the sketch, the HD version and stuff. Yes, we are missing a lot of details. Yep, it's true. This is not the final version. So now we're gonna add in the frame to our lineup. Okay, let me just grab some water. Yep, we definitely crossed 9:30. 2 hours in, we're not done. I'm not done. You shouldn't be done. But if you need to do other stuff and everything else, please go ahead. The videos will be available on YouTube for you to browse, to listen as a podcast. I don't know, I think, yeah, there's a word, that podcast. I'll just scrub through the video and find whatever that you need. Okay, so I foresee another 2 more hours in. Just give you a mental note. Okay, things are not gonna end that quickly today. Alright, so now we have this. Now I'm just gonna merge it. Hey, change this one here. Okay, set my brush to 80. Again, the brush size is not specific. I'm not giving you a number for you to draw. It's really just my number, and based off the pressure sensitivity, I felt that the thickness is really suitable. So for you, any number works. You like the thickness, you want it to be 100, 300, 400, it's up to you, okay? I must remind all these things because as silly as it sounds, it's really important, especially to beginners, because they really focus on what are my settings are and they'll try to replicate it. Because when I was starting, I really look and ask my favorite artists, like, what's your settings, what's your brush opacity, how many angles do you tilt? Yeah, I know, because we assume that these settings will give us the same results, but actually it doesn't. So I must emphasize that whatever numbers you see today, if you think that it doesn't suit you, change it, okay? Alright, so we're gonna go in and just gonna thicken these things here. Alright, just gonna thicken here. Same thing here. Rotate your canvas. I have to emphasize this. Rotate your canvas to suit the way how you curve your lines. If you have a particular way of curving, whether is it backhand, forehand, upwards, downwards with your curve, because everyone have a different pattern and their best curve. Rotate your canvas, okay? They made the function for a purpose, so use it. It's gonna take it here. Done. Oh, I need music so badly. Oops. These few days has been a bit wonky. On, off. There we go. Send this one here. So we're just gonna focus on the outer side. We're not going into the details. Something over here. Curve it. Same thing. It's gonna curve it down here. Breathing. It's gonna curve this as well. as well. Really gonna focus on the outline. Again, I know the little details are very tempting to draw. These crosses here, or the lines are inside. I know it feels good to draw it. Resist. Now it's not the time. Okay? We are only focusing on the outer lines. We get it done. And we move on to phase 3. And you can have all the fun adding all the little details, the chicken scratches, the small dotted lines and everything else. Yeah, okay. So resist. Okay, I'm just gonna add this one here. Pushing it up here. Okay. Copy in. All these lines inside, they are empty spaces, so you just need to emphasize it as well. So here, empty spaces. Remember I mentioned about not doing double work, but yeah, the line art is actually very contradicting. I'm really doing double work for the line art. It's like I do it this once, like one time, and I will draw it one more time. It's like double work, but it's really to create the effect. I'm so sorry, but it's really to create the effect of more depth. The drawing is really very simple, but by doing so, and I really have no idea, it came really naturally to me one day, and before I know it, I've been doing it for every single drawing. So yeah, so I draw the line art and I will do a thin one just on the outer side, just to create more depth. Okay, so here it's going downwards. Downwards here. Drawing more lines. Here. Okay, so we're done with the outer lines. Great. Oh no, here there's a blank here. Okay. Okay. Flip it, check it. Yeah, okay, it's okay. Okay, so phase 2 done. Congratulations. So again, we're gonna snip it. I'm gonna upload it. So congratulations if you hit phase 2. You resisted the temptation to draw the little bolts and nuts, the extra lines, just to make the drawing more complex. Okay, so I know it's very tempting and it's really hard to resist it, but slowly over time you train yourself, control, and phase 3 you just let it all out. Okay, so snipping 2. I really love this feature in Windows 10. It's like so fun. Makes life a lot easier. Work in progress number 3. Close. Lineart. JPEG. Lineart 2. So again, welcome. If you just joined the live stream, we had hit our phase 2. Oh, bells! Wow, nice. It will be pretty nice. Make into sticker will be wonderful. Into sticker will look awesome. Ding, 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 ding. Choke. Okay. See how that. Yeah, I try to, unless the notification get bumped up, I only follow back followers who are artists. Yeah, like some are cosplayers, maybe some are just people who like drawing. No, people who just like chibi in general, but they're not artists. And just non-artists, I won't follow back, but I hope by following back followers who are also artists, not necessarily chibi artists, you just give them the extra boost that, hey, you know, what is it called? It's not a lot, but it's just a button, so I still can do that. It's not like giving you $10 or giving you $5 or buying your commission or anything. It's really just a small little effort to just encourage you. I wouldn't use the word motivate, encourage you. And time to time, when I'm looking at my feed, I know how it does it feel that having someone that you follow that actually reshare your work, not necessarily repost, but just reshare on the Insta story. So I hope these little actions can carry forward just to make your day a bit better, and you just draw better and feel good. It's very important to feel good lah. As much as we being artists, we're drawing and stuff, it's very emotional based. You're really using your emotion, your time, your energy, even though you're not running a marathon. So it's very draining. So by all these little efforts, hopes to make you feel better and just finish up your work, whatever you're doing. See, yeah. And it's just a button. I mean, I can do that. I still can do that. If you ask me to draw over for every single follower, I can't do that. Okay, I'll just straight out say I can't. But if resharing, just clicking that triangle thing and just reshare, yeah, that one still can. Oh, okay, let's upload this. I forgot to change. I should name it as phase 2. I missed out the previous one. Phase 2. Pew 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 pew. Okay, so I got this one here, and we're gonna just add another tweet. Phase 2. Just gonna tweet it out here. Oh, hi, Nyong Yen. How to draw chibi character? It's a bit hard to answer, but I hope I can read from here. Read only, yeah. Okay, Nyong Yen, if you are listening now, because I think I can't type because Restream doesn't allow me to type. I only can read only. if you're watching on Facebook, you can scrub through the video to just see if you're an artist lah, huh? But if you're just generally asking like interest, it takes a lot of work. It's not that simple, but with practice you can do it. Yeah. I just summarized the whole process. Yeah, okay. But if you really want to learn, then you have to scrub through the video and then put in at least about 5 hours or maybe 3 hours per day just to get be better, huh? Yeah. Okay. Let me just upload to Instagram. Instagram time totally separate. Can't use Twitter or anything. Just open this one first. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Just gonna save the file from Discord. We're almost there. We're almost at phase 3. Just hang in there, and then we can go havoc. Okay, I'm just gonna save this first. Grab the description. Okay, set in caption, select all, copy, go to Instagram, click it, swipe it, enlarge it a bit bigger. Gonna click next, paste the description, phase 2. Whew. Put this in, blow it up. Gonna type hashtag. Just gonna push it more. Arc-Nights live now. Dot swipe up. Red in color. Put in the middle, click that link, web link, youtube.com/JRPencil and save. Your story. Okay. Pew 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 pew. Wow, I've been following 666 people. Okay. The number just... Oh, okay, that's interesting. Let's take a snapshot. Okay. Okay, cool. Let me just put this to the side. Read any more, read comments, and okay, cool. Smiley says, do you use this thick border on the inside of the drawing? Well, sometimes, very situational. The outside is 100% I will use it, but when I'm doing things that inside, if I need it, I will execute it. If I don't, then I won't use it. Because think it this way. If there's a thick border outside and there's a thick border inside, people won't see the thick border as a thick border anymore. They'll just see that this is the thickness that this particular artist used throughout the entire drawing. So it's very situational. It's like you want to emphasize the face, maybe the face, the chin, then you thicken the line. Maybe you want to emphasize the waist, then you thicken the line. It's like, it's more on where you want the viewers to notice your drawing. Is it the weapon? Is it the engravings? Is it the facial features? If it's these areas, then you thicken the particular places. And then the rest, you just keep it thin so that the viewers will notice these important features first. Yeah. So that's why I say always play with your lines, and at the end of the day, it's how well you control your lines and how you direct your viewers to see the places that you want them to see. Okay. Alright, we're good here, and let me just check here. Okay. Minimize. It's time to have fun and games. Let's go into phase 3, the phase that we all have been waiting for. And it's time to add in details. Okay. Oh, my screen is really small, but yep. Okay, so let's begin. I won't specifically say what brush size you want to use, because you will notice that how I control my lines. Even if I'm putting an 80, which is the same as the thick border, the lines that I draw doesn't look as thick as the outside because I'm drawing very lightly. Yeah, so it's all about playing with the lines. And always, if you notice, I always keep a general view, the overall view of the drawing. So whenever I draw, I don't get too engrossed. I always check on my own drawing, is the place, am I putting too much line, should I reduce it? Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna add in this area here. Just gonna put in more details here. Yep, some chicken scratches, lines here. Sometimes when I thicken the lines, it also represent the shadows, the shadings and stuff. Sometimes it's really just for graphic purposes. So it's really a mix. It's like, oh, how come the top of the eyebrow is thick? Graphic purposes. Oh, how come the bottom here is thicker? Shadow. So this isn't a real reason, but rather it's a mix of intuition, it's a bit of mix of theory here and there. And it's definitely a mix of experience as well. Just gonna throw some chicken scratches up here, just add a bit of texture. This. Chicken scratches here and there. Okay, going downwards. This area here. It's like, it's really like how the ladies put on the guys, because nowadays I think some guys also have. It's like the makeup. Yeah. I think it's called mascara, I think, or eyeliner. Yeah, so it's really something like that. See, like really putting makeup for your character, whether it's a guy, a girl, even furries. Yeah, also can. It's really just enhancing the lines. Even mech car or mech, yeah, robots also can makeup. Because makeup make things look nicer. Okay, bit of shadow here and there. Just thickening the lines, the mouth area here as well. So we're gonna just thicken this line here, and we're gonna erase it slightly because it's a bit too thick. Something over here. Nah, I think I just made things worse. Okay, we just leave it as is. Because sometimes I can't really control the lines. I'll just, okay, that's enough. Again, drawing is a marathon. you don't want to focus. If you focus on certain area, like for example the mouth, you want to get it right, it's like really sprinting and you just burn yourself out. So then when you burn yourself out, the rest of the section, I can tell you for sure, you won't put in as much effort as if you have if you're not as fatigued. So if you feel certain parts of the drawing looks weird, take a breather, know that it's weird, it's okay, then you move on to the other area first, with and areas which you know, even if you make a mistake, you won't be bothered as much, like maybe the hands, or maybe the legs, or the pants, and then later on you come back to the face area, which is the most important part. Yeah, I'm not asking you to abandon it, but just put it on hold so that you can complete other tasks first, and then later come back. Sometimes most of the time you have the answer. Yeah. Okay, just gonna turn this one up here as well. Bring downwards. Bring in. Shoulder pad here. Just really thickening all down the lines first. The bolts and nuts I'll be putting it for later because I like to play with details, but I like to leave the best for the last. I'm just gonna do with whatever I have first in hand. Imagine this, if I can make use of whatever lines I have just by thickening and thinning the lines, and the overall feel looks a lot complicated. If I add more bolts and nuts, it will just enhance the drawing even more. Yes. So if you have limited amount of lines to play with and you can expand its potential to its maximum, just think about that for a second. If I were to give you more bolts and nuts, it will make your drawing even more complex. It will make your drawing more convincing and make it more, you know, just more details. Rather than the mindset of, yeah, whatever I'm drawing is not nice, I need to add more bolts and nuts. If you think it that way, I can give you 100 bolts and nuts, it will still look weak because you are unable to make the best out of your drawing, you see. So sometimes limiting yourself to a set of tools, or maybe a set of lines, you don't give yourself the full range. Just by limiting yourself, you will unknowingly realize that you can do a lot, or maybe sometimes way beyond you thought you could achieve. And if I were to just give you a bit more tools, you can even do it better. Huh? So sometimes it's really all about perspective and how you view things. Okay, so I'm just gonna add in a bit of shadows here. The fireman axe. I mentioned about adding details later, so still hanging there. We're not there yet, but really close, really close. So, and then I'm just gonna add in details here as well. Same thing for the hair here. Just gonna curl it up. A bit of shadows. A bit of the dotted lines here. And a bit of shadows here as well. Shadow pad. Shadows of the belt area. Shadows. 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 Shadows on the belt. Details, not too thick, remember? So this is what I meant by thickening but not the same thickness, because I don't want everything to look the same chunky thickness and there won't be any emphasizing. It will defeat the purpose actually. Yeah, so we're not going to do that. So I'm going to put some details here. A bit of shadings. Clean it up a bit. Something over here. again, enjoy drawing. Enjoy whatever you have. Enjoy whatever your current level is at. That's the most important thing that I want you to take away when you listen to my classes. This is the most important thing, and actually the only thing I want you to take away. Is like, I can tell you all the rules and everything else. If you're not enjoying your drawing, you are always despising, I think, or always looking down at your own art, you won't improve. So I want you to enjoy whatever you draw today, tomorrow, previously. Know that you give it your best. That's the most important thing. And then with that, you add in the things that I teach you, the things that I say, to enhance, like an add-on, you know, like when you play game, this add-on. I am not the rule, I am not the instructions, I'm just here as an assist, aim assist, a mod, just to make your life easier. That's all. I'm not the definition of Chibi, I would never be. I'm just here to just make your drawing process easier, putting some words to the process so that it's not so vague, rather than just telling you that's all based on your intuition, yeah, just do this, you'll be right, kind of things. Yeah, so I'm just putting words to a certain process so that you can understand it better. So, but enjoying, I can't teach you how to enjoy, but rather you must be must feel satisfied with your own drawing. Then that's how you improve at a very drastic rate. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this down here. Just gonna put this here as well. Oh, I think this is a bit weird. Put the curve it in. Okay, just gonna do this one as well. Okay, and the shoulder pads here. Check. I'm looking at the entire view, seeing if anything I could add in. Okay, I think that's okay. So this is just purely playing with whatever we have. I repeat, this is really just playing with whatever we have previously, the simple lines. Okay, now I add in the extra details with whatever we have. Haven't add in the bolts and nuts. Okay, I'm gonna take a snapshot, I'm gonna upload it out. Today we're gonna move into phase 4. Okay, there's extra phase 4. But you can stop at phase 3 if you're learning. You don't have to go with me to phase 4. Phase 4 is really for those who can control the details, like they won't go overboard. Okay, so I'm gonna show you phase 3. I'm just take a picture first. Same thing, if you just came into the live stream, if everything looks overwhelming to you, do not be afraid. Just ask questions, and if I see it, I will come back and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Work in progress number 4. 10, 12. Wow, almost 3 hours in. Okay, save. I was finishing my water. Lineart 3. Pew 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 pew. What's this? Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell? Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put it up here. Oh, okay. It is modification. I'm just gonna grab all this. Edit in. Phase 3. So every lesson ever since the previous two, it will be harder. I won't say the difficulty will increase every lesson, because today's difficulty is really, if you're gonna rate it 5 star, if last week out of 5 star is probably a 1 star in difficulty execution wise, and today is really 5. And for the following weeks, probably I'll choose a 3 to 5 star difficulty character, and then maybe 3 months later, then I'll go back to again 1 star, again doing the simple things, and then jumping up to a 3 to 5 star. Yeah. Really pushing you to the limit. Okay, just gonna put this here, phase 3. 1, 2, and another tweet here. 1, 2. Am I correct? Am I using the right font? Yeah, I am. Okay. Oh, oops. Crap. I didn't shift the position. Okay, never mind. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna check. Pew 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 pew. Let's go down to Discord and download my own files. So like copy, grab it down, paste, phase 3, going here, hitting this, blow it up, hashtag Arknights. Live now. Swipe up. Pew. Okay. Alright. So we're into phase 3. I'm going to show you a new process. Let me just do this one first. Get a new window, put it in, set it up to 4, and I'm gonna put this one over here so I can draw on this one overall here. Just gonna make it smaller, and over here I'm gonna zoom in, and we're gonna have fun with all these details. No. Sometimes the navigation get a bit wonky, and then it just starts snapping here and there for no reason. Yeah, okay, let me check any comments. Okay, nothing over here. Good. Over here, perfect. Flip. Yeah, I've been training that. You just need to keep flipping it. Once you get used to it, everything, when you flip, it doesn't have the weird feeling, you see. So it takes a bit of practice, but it's doable. Definitely doable. Okay, on the end. Okay, cool. Phase 4. Let's do this. So we're going down to the weapon first, up here. So we'll see what we have here, what is missing. We can add a bit of lines. Oh wait, let me duplicate first so I can show the difference. Duplicate. Okay. Going in here. Just adding all these lines. Again, it's always about the vibe. I'm not drawing exactly. I'm just having fun. Just going down here, doing more scratches. Same thing over here. Some tick, some teen. Get reading a different color plate here. What hidden brush? Just putting a knob here. Putting in lines. A circle here. Lines. Okay. Checking the ears. I think it's more than enough details. The shoulder plate. Okay, let's put it up. Shoulder plate here. Oh, okay, chill. Okay, so over here, look, it's just really okay. There's something going on, but I'm pretty sure something is not structurally made. I can see the lines. Okay, so here it's got one yellow piece. Okay, and some curving going on, and then you got some nuts and bolts downwards here. Okay, a bit too much. Okay, that's why I keep an overview. Just make sure that I don't go too overboard. Okay, chill. Oh, okay, I think I know why. Because there's no layer. Okay, can. Then over here, what they have? Just add one extra button down here. Just link up these hands, if not so it looks a bit dislocated. Over here there's a tab. Put a cross here. The fingers, there's no glove. Okay, moving in over here. Pew. This is not a shirtless area. There's some shirts, so add more foldings, add more shadings. The hair, cool. Can I add more things here? Okay, so add to the brim. Another side shoulder pad. Add more. Oh no, wonky sensitivity. Okay, I'm gonna go in here, circle it up. Okay, add the details. Pull more lines. Add a bit of scratch marks. More depth. Maybe just do this one. Looks a bit cool. Why not? The belt here that's going on. Two folds. Give some thickness to the sides. Again, check the overview. There's too much lines going on, so maybe not everywhere, maybe just to the side here. So that's why always something looks nice when drawing in the zoom in view, but when you look at it as overall, it might be too much. The lines are a bit too clustered up, then yeah, maybe you need to remove it. Okay, so again, there's no hard rule for this one. It's really based on your own personal preference. And how do you know your personal preference? Yeah, keep the view that's viewing everything open. Yeah, that's how you know your personal preference. Yeah. Okay, got your tab here. Lines. This line is really close to the hairline, so I'm just gonna pull it lower here. Then yeah, break the lines here. More chicken scratches. More lines. The back here, there's some crisscross things. Okay, we can't really add that. But what I can do is just put a cross here because it looks cool. The fireman axe. Put a boat here. And then there's a hole. Then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna erase this part. Just gonna try and just make the shape a bit more interesting. I don't know, I think it just not looks good. Yeah, maybe just like that. Yeah, just adding this one here. Going down the spearhead. So I got this one here going on. Just really carving out all these little details. The spearhead also have a bit of details here. Now this part, the most fun part. Well, I'm not gonna draw this. I mean I can, but if you're really gonna see the overview, it looks very clustered and what's going on there. So instead, I'm just gonna thicken the lines, the existing lines. Same thing for this side. Just gonna thicken it up. And later when I paint, I'll just treat it as this is the string, you see. And yeah. And I'm going to erase this X actually. Just gonna same thing for this area here. Yeah. And this one I'm just gonna put it in the middle. And this one as well. Okay. Moving downwards, there's a square. There's a square here. So should I put a square? Nah, I'm just gonna stick with this. Looks good. There's a yellow and a white square, so I'm just gonna put a yellow tab like that. And let it check. The line is too thick. Thin it down a bit. Okay. There's some tattoo thing going on here, so I think it's the skin of the character. So yeah, a bit of yellows. I'm just gonna do this. No, I'm not gonna do this part because it looks as if it's joining. So I'm just gonna do this one here. The barcode. Woohoo! Look at the details. So fun. Just gonna do this. Pull more details. More details. It really is just adding more lines, that's all. Of course, get carried away, check back, this too much. Totally getting carried away. Thicken, cast a shadow. Thicken, chicken scratches. Thicken. There we go. The buckle here, same thing. Add a circle here, and another circle in. Do some chicken scratches. Again. And we make one circle back here. Back again. Look at the back. Oof, the details. Lines, lines, lines. Lines. More lines. And we have a buckle. We could try. So that's the buckle. This. Lines. No. Lines. Not bad, okay. And just thicken it here a bit. Chicken scratches. Okay. There's a two color here. But this is gonna be yellow. So I think I'll stick to the white one over here. But we'll see how. One thing for sure, I want to thicken this one first. A bit too thick. Thinner it down. This one. So always keep an overview. This one looks too thick as well. Doesn't look nice. Okay. The antenna, alarm, spotlight seems to be. Again, let's get more details. Details here. Cross out as well. Check overview. Make sure that it's still relevant. You're not doing it too much or too little. Okay, there's all these little yellow parts here. I think it's a bit too much to add, but maybe I'll just do half of it. Yeah, the half of it is yellow. Okay. Pew. And I guess, oh, okay, this part. Slanted lines. Another circle here. Maybe not a circle, a smiley face. But too small to be seen, so across. Oh, I see. This line is very weak. It doesn't have any thickness to it, so I'm gonna add it in. Same thing for here. Same for the eye. Doesn't feel that it's putting enough life to it. Seems like touching, it doesn't make nice. Doesn't look nice. So I'm just gonna okay, this looks better. Some scratch marks here. Here a bit too plain, scratch marks. Poke. Pew. Okay. Whew. Here. So I always keep an open view, overall view. It looks plain, but I think the shading will help out later on. Shall not add too much. Yeah, be done. Be done with the lineup. Yeah. So let me see. Gonna close this first, and we're just gonna put this back here. So let's see. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna save this file here, and I'm gonna later I'll do the progress thing. Okay, so right now what you see is this was phase 2, adding the frame. We all go with that. Very simple, straightforward. Phase 3, with our limited lines and very simple shapes, we did what we could to this maximum potential, and we taken some areas, thinner some areas. Overall we have a variety of line weight. All good. Now phase 4, really going in and just tackling those big shapes with either chicken scratches, adding more lines, making a cross, making a circle, and just having fun. The step that I tell you to resist at phase 4, you go all out, provided you have an overall view with whether is it a navigator if you're using Photoshop. This thing here, yeah. Okay, whether is it you keep it open or you go to window and you make a new window so you have another canvas, or you're using any programs that can assist you, because I'm not really sure what their different term is, but rather just have the ability to just open another canvas or another screen or another tab to see the overview, so that when you're focused and zooming in to those little sections and adding more details, you don't overdo it. The thing is overdoing. It's very easy to overdo. It's very hard to find the right balance. And how to find the right balance? You make sure that having an overall image of your drawing, that will tell you the overall balance. And how do you do that? The best is keep a thumbnail size, something like this, or maybe half the canvas size. Because usually on the Instagram, you see, this is the size that most people will be seeing it. And if that size, when you first glance and it looks alright, or rather something looks a bit too much or lacking of something, you do your addition, your subtraction, and it looks good in this thumbnail, high chance when you post it up on any social media, it's gonna look good. Because most people are viewing from their phone. You're not gonna view on a HD TV and something like that. See, there's really no point to just draw all the perfect little details. If you're doing something else that's not chibi, by all means do so. But if you are doing chibi, this will be more than enough. Anything more, I wouldn't say ruin it, but you must have a good control. If you don't have a thumbnail size view by the side, half the canvas size view by the side is more than enough to make sure that you're on the right page. Okay, so by adding all the little details, turning up your reference, zooming in, how do I draw this line, how do I draw this bolt and nut, how do I draw this bag, what are the extra lines, go put it into your drawing. Before you know it, voila, you get yourself a very complicated, somewhat complicated line art. Okay, and it's already printable version, you see, like you print it out on a print or a postcard. It's sellable, it's presentable, and it looks impressive. Now that's a keyword here. Okay, and then if you are someone new, your art looks impressive, and people who don't know how to draw will be like, wow, it looks complicated, what are you doing? I want to buy. This kind of impression will start coming in. So yeah, okay, so same thing, I'm gonna do a snap shot, pew pew pew, and then I'm gonna do a compilation. So just give me a second. The snapping. Okay, and then again, if you have any comments, just type it in. We're almost done. Thank you for surviving 3 hours plus. Whoa, save your canvas. Crap, I almost never save. I see the hourglass and I'm scared. How the loading, that circle thing. Okay, work in progress 5. Pew 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 pew. Cha 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 cha. 4. Thank you very much, Molly, and I hope all this will help you as well, and then you get a clearer idea how to control your lines. And it's okay. I want to emphasize this part because I always remind myself on this part. It's okay to go overboard. Like I always say, don't overdo things, you see. But what is overdo? You really don't know. There isn't a definition of not overdoing, or where's the line of not overdoing. So how do you know when you overdo things? Very simple. You go ahead and you just do whatever you want, and then you upload it to Discord, show others, DeviantArt, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere. Upload it. View it through your phone as a fan. View it through your phone as a viewer. Your eyes will tell you where do you go wrong, where do you draw too much, where do you draw too little, and remember these places. On your next drawing, remind yourself what you did great in your previous drawing, what you did wrong in your previous drawing, and then improve. That's how I improve. When I do a bad drawing, I just upload it, and then when I view it through my phone as a viewer, I know where things go wrong. Then my next drawing, I remind myself and I improve and improve. Slowly, bit by bit, you're gonna get better. Okay, so that's the most important part. Whatever you draw today, just upload it. Don't, because whatever I say that, oh, this is not a nice drawing, I should not upload it. No, upload it. Okay, So just gonna do this. This one here, line up. Phase 4. Let's see here. I'm just gonna post this one here. Today's lesson is definitely very intense. It's really intense. It's really a lot of information. So I don't expect you to pick up every single thing, but I hope certain things could help you, make some sense to you, clear some of your doubt, so that you have a clear idea how to tackle certain things should you face these issues. My lips are really dry. Phase 4. It's really crazy, damn. Okay, did I throw it here? Why is it drawing half? Should not be half bar. Oh, it's really half. Okay. See, I'm gonna close this. Going from draft. Add draft. Your drawing is loaded half only. Is it bug? Good. Okay, so you got this one here, and same thing as usual. I'm gonna go down to Discord and download the file. So again, if any questions, make sure to ask. If not, we pretty much have come to the end for today's lesson, which is a sketch and line art. So today we have accomplished what we need to do, and on Thursday, same time, 7:30, we'll be doing the coloring, and then I think we'll be taking more than 2 hours. Just give you a mental note that yeah, it's gonna be more than 2 hours. Okay, so I'm just gonna download from Discord here. So if you have any questions, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Picasso, if you have any, feel free to type. If not, that will be the end, and I'll be doing that phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 thing, and I'm gonna upload it later on. Oh, that's nice. Silver. How do I put a emoji? Yeah, fire. Okay, I'm just gonna do this one here. Yeah, 4-hour color live stream. Let's go. It's really tough, I tell you. You won't enjoy it. So draining. You're gonna hear one dude over the internet and talking for 4 hours just on color. It's so draining. And then you just see the camera just looking at this small little tablet and just color and stuff. And there's no music. Okay. Let's take this one here. Oops. Let's try this here. Gonna click next. Paste. Phase 4. Okay. Do this one here. Stack arc noise. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a summary for today's class, which is oh, no problem. Okay, so I'm just gonna close this, save it. Always remember to save a canvas. I'm gonna click no. Okay, and we're gonna file open Lineart 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna be a really long canvas. Kit. Mesh rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm gonna flip side by side. Let me see if I put it as a cube, will it be better view? Yeah, I think that'll be better. Okay. The tagging. Image. Crop. So I'm just going to write down here so that it's easier to identify. It's brush at 40, 20 here. Phase 1. Phase 2. Phase 3. Phase 4. Looks kind of bad. Okay, just give me a second. So presentation is very important. Even though this is like gonna be a material for people to see, it still has to be done properly. Maybe I put it by the sword here. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so I'm just gonna save this one. JPEG. Lineart 5. And with that, I'll be uploading this one as an overview to the same thing, all the social media. And then the video will be available. I won't be deleting it lah, but it's a bit long if you want to re-watch, just scrub through. And then yep, so that's the end for today's lesson, sketch and line art. We have very simple lines all the way to make it very complicated, so that it's not overwhelming for you. And I shall see you on Thursday for coloring. How do we tackle complicated characters? How do we play with colors so that we can enjoy the process, we don't get burned out? And yeah, okay. So thank you very much once again for sticking around for 3 straight hours. If you did, it's really tough. You definitely did something that most people wouldn't do. Sitting down and just watching someone draw for 3 hours is really very tough. Okay, it's not something simple. And yeah, I shall see you again next Thursday. Thank you very much for your time, and good night. Bye bye. Let's see here. Let me make sure everything okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Emoji. Bye bye.